Good afternoon, Medina Bees. This is Superintendent Sable with a summer edition of Superintendent's Desk. Typically, I don't do the videos over the summer, but considering the circumstances with COVID and the adjustments that we're working on for the opening of the school year, I thought it was important to begin reaching out to our community again through the Superintendent's Desk. I intend to try and do a weekly video with updates on our back-to-school plan, at least up until it's finalized. The plan has to be finalized and provided to the Ohio Department of Education by August 12th. I anticipate I'll be recommending the plan for Board of Education approval at an August 10th meeting. The first thing that I want to talk about today is the difference between the Medina Digital Academy and Online Learning 2.0. From the information that I've gotten back from parents, there seems to be some confusion between these two different programs. So today my hope is to provide you with some clarity on the programs. First, I want to talk about the Digital Academy. The Digital Academy are for students and families that choose an entirely online option for the first semester of the upcoming school year. Families that choose this option will be making a commitment through the end of the semester. A good way to think of the Medina Digital Academy is it is like it is a separate school. And what I mean by that is students will enroll in that school and they'll participate in online lessons, and they will not be returning to the classroom at any point during the semester. The academics will be delivered through computer programs. There will not be a lot of interaction with teachers. Teachers will be overseeing the program, but there won't be live lessons. Those will all be handled through the Digital Academy software. Online 2.0 is for students that do return to school this fall. So they did not commit to or sign up for the Digital Academy. The only way that Online 2.0 will go into effect is if we have to close the district because of COVID-19. In that situation, the district or the county would be in a red or purple zone. This would indicate that online learning needs to occur for the entire district. Online 2.0 will be delivered by our Medina City school teachers directly. So they will not be utilizing an online program to deliver the curriculum like in the Digital Academy. It'll actually be coming directly from our teachers. We're calling it Online 2.0 because it is going to be a big step up from what students and parents saw this past spring. Obviously, we've had the summer to collaborate with our teachers and develop an online programming that's much more intensive and has more regular interactions between teachers and students. The Online 2.0 is not available for students in the Digital Academy because we cannot have students jumping between the two different programs throughout the course of the semester. Again, once a commitment is made to the Digital Academy, even if we go on to Online 2.0 or we end up starting the school year on Online 2.0 because the county is purple, students that are in the Digital Academy will remain in the Digital Academy. Online 2.0 students will only stay online working with our teachers if the county is in red or in purple. At the upcoming board meeting this Monday night at 6 o'clock, we will be presenting the Digital Academy in detail. I encourage you to watch our board meeting. It will be broadcast as it has in the past through social media. That'll give you a much better understanding and help parents make a decision in regards to whether they would like to sign their child up for the Digital Academy or whether they would prefer to have their students return to school. We will be presenting detailed information on the Online 2.0 programming, which is part of the Return to School plan, at an upcoming date. The color rating system is another thing that I wanted to address with our parents. And I wanted to make clear, especially with the county now entering red, that we are not set to start the school year with all of our students returning. That's dependent upon the color of the county and the safety of our students to return to school. We are currently on red. If the district were to start school on Monday, it is likely that we would be starting in Online 2.0, where students would be working from home. If the county is in yellow or orange, we anticipate a full return of our students. I think an important thing to keep in mind right now is we're approximately 5 to 6 weeks off from the beginning of the school year. So who knows where we're going to be in terms of COVID as well as the rating system at the beginning of the school year. My intent is to provide parents and staff with a firm date where we'll have a decision on how we're going to start the school year, no matter what color we're on. And the reason why I intend to do that is because I recognize that parents and staff need time to prepare for their students to return, in whether it is a full return to school or whether it is Online 2.0. In terms of movement in between Online 2.0 and a full return to school, we are developing a plan that will create some stability for when students are in one of these modes of school. One thing that I do not want to happen is to have students and staff bouncing back and forth between Online 2.0 as well as a full return to school. So we will develop a period of time in which we will stay in these two models. And that period of time, again, is to create continuity and stability for our students and staff. It's also to allow us an opportunity to work with the health department and see what's going on with COVID, so to make decisions on when it is appropriate to transition back to full school. I do anticipate that we will take quicker action if we were to go from orange to red versus backwards, simply because it means there's increased seriousness of the COVID-19 situation within Medina County and within our community. Again, we will have more information regarding how that's going to work in the coming weeks. Our intent is to provide as much information to our parents as we can as we move forward in this planning process. And I do recognize that sometimes it's frustrating because all the answers aren't there yet, but I have made the decision that I want to roll information out to our parents early, so you have it early on and as we're going through this process. The last thing that I wanted to mention is our school calendar. I am going to be recommending a new school calendar to our Board of Education at Monday night's board meeting. That school calendar has a September 1st start date to it, and the year is shifted and runs through the first week of June. We did this because we need more time at the beginning of the school year to prepare for whatever the return to school looks like with our staff and the development of our plans. In addition, I have concerns about the temperatures within the buildings. We are still working on the air conditioning situation, and I will let you know when we have that situation resolved. But by pushing it back, we'll have less warm days, hopefully, with our students in the buildings. In addition, on that calendar, we have a period of time between Thanksgiving and the New Year that we have marked off as potential Online 2.0 school days. I'm not prepared at this time to make a decision if we will or will not be online during that period, but I do want parents and staff to be aware that it is a potential. And the reason why is my concern is being in the heart of the flu season and dealing with COVID all at the same time. In addition to that, that's a common time period, especially over Thanksgiving, when families are either traveling or seeing family members they don't normally see, where a quarantine time might be appropriate. And again, I want to have accurate information, and that's why I'm waiting to make that decision until we get further closer to that date. We are also adding additional days for our staff at the beginning of the calendar for training. It's important that we take adequate time to prepare our staff, and our staff has adequate time to prepare buildings and classrooms for the return of our students. So we will have extra days for staff in order to get coordinated at the beginning of the school year. The other thing that is worked into the calendar is a phase-in period for students' return to school. I do not want all of our students just returning at once on the first day of school. We need time in order to work with our students to prepare them for what the learning environment is going to be like. School is not going to be like it has been in the past due to safety procedures that we are putting into place due to COVID-19. The plan is to break up our students by alphabet and have half our students attend 2 days 1 week, and half our students attend 2 days later that same week, so that we're working with a smaller amount of students in the classrooms and the buildings so that we can work with them on what the building procedures are and how school will proceed in the fall. We can't expect our students to be able to follow guidelines that they've never seen and had the opportunity to participate in. Following that transition period, we will have the full return to school. So a question I've gotten in regards to the fade-in or phase-in of the school year is, well, what happens if we start online? Well, if we end up being in a situation where we need to start the school year on online 2.0, we will just push that phase-in period back. So we will still operate under a phase-in period, but it won't occur until we have all of our students coming fully back to school. Again, we're going to be continuously monitoring the situation. When we're making these decisions, we are making them based off of the county color rating system. I know I said at the board meeting, please help us out, wear your masks. We want to keep COVID down so we can get our students back into our buildings, because we all know that's where they're best. At the same time, I do want to provide you with a level of confidence that I am impressed with the online 2.0 programming that our team is in the process of putting together to provide quality academics for our students as we head into this upcoming school year. Again, I encourage you to tune into our board meeting on Monday night at 6 o'clock through Facebook Live, where we'll be sharing details about the Digital Academy, Medina Digital Academy, as well as the company and the curriculum that we intend to use. Thank you, and I hope everybody has a great weekend.